A good morning, everyone listening in. Good morning, wherever you're watching us from, depending on the part of the world where you are. My name is Mr.Selfcare, Chimboa Richard, your host of the day. And today we are privileged to have a very important person in our studios, someone that is going to teach us on something that is very, very, very important. Abantu abasinga ekintu kye tugenda okwogerako mu kikola era emirundi egisinga bwe tukikola tulowooza nti tukoze kyabagagga nnyo, naye leero tulina omukugu. We have someone that is very special mu maaso gaffe agenda okutulaga nti kyetukola si kya bukugu, but rather ekintu buli muntu kyalina okukola okumprovinga obulamu bwe. Gym. Today we are going to talk about gymming, going to gym, oba ogenda mu gym. And the visitor we have, or the guest that we have today, is known by names Mr. Kimayo Stephen. He's a professional teacher. He's a professional referee at national level, but also FIFA level, because his name has been submitted on so many FIFA lists now. He's one of my friends in Uganda, someone that I'm so proud in, someone that I officiated the game with, someone that helped me so much with my fitness while I was still in Uganda. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic, a topic that is so many people have been having questions on. We have so many of you that started going to gym but gave up somewhere. We have so many of you that have been planning to go to gym, but due to some reason or the other, you gave up. Either you thought you were busy, or you thought you were spending a lot of money, or the gym instructors did not give you what you wanted to get, or did not give you what you expected to get. So, Mr. Kimayo Stephen, you're welcome.
Thank you. And I'm humbled to be on this platform.
Yes, thank you so much for accepting to be here, Machago Lwalero. Mr. Kimayo, tutwaleko mu lugendo lwo. What inspired your journey into fitness, and who is Kimayo? Give us your introduction, self, and then give us your brief story of what inspired you into this journey of fitness or gym instructor.
Kimayo Stephen is a Ugandan, a parent, a dad, a father, and is a secondary stroke high school teacher by profession, who majored in history, geography, and has a bachelor's degree from Bugema University. Apart from teaching, I'm a fitness coach, stroke gym instructor. I'm a martial arts instructor, stroke coach. I majored in taekwondo, self-defense, and I'm a mixed martial artist.
So, friends, that is the kind of guest that we are having today. Taekwondo, martial arts, fitness instructor, referee, a professional teacher. Definitely it has to be from Bugema University. The Kimayo, I know, it must be Bugema University. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, these are guys that I used to do the game with. Kimayo, what inspired you to take that path of fitness and health promotion? Because today in the medical world, we don't look at gym as a place for rich people. We look at gym as a place for health promotions, because life is now made in the gym.
I can relate.
What inspired you into that journey?
I've grown up an ambitious person, let me say, and I was always inquisitive There's an old saying which goes that curiosity killed the cat. But for me, it has been a different story. I've always been curious and wanting to find more, to find new things. When I was in lower primary, I was a footballer. And as I was playing football, the environment I grew in, or where we were brought up, it was kind of like only the strong survive. You see, so when I detected such an environment, I had to, as in, get something new apart from football. So when I joined high school, that's how I joined the taekwondo bit of it from the Uganda prisons, because I was residing in the outskirts of Kampala in a place called Chitintale. And Chitintale, there was a place called Gaf. That's where I was brought up. It was kind of like an environment with vagabonds, and truly only the strong survived. And I had to at least learn something to protect myself. That's how I joined boxing stroke taekwondo. And in this journey, that's when I learned the fitness bit of it. I guess that's some little background about my journey of fitness. And up to date, that's why I'm pursuing the same field I'm in.
That means you started doing gym when we were young, and indeed you said you did this because you needed it to survive in the area of
Absolutely.
Chitintale where you grew up. Kimayo, how has
True.
this journey of gym that you took up when you're young, how has it shaped your life in terms of discipline? Because today we have a problem that so many people, the people that we see that are built like you, today engeri gye bali okukozesaamu emibiri gyabwe, some of them tubalaba benyigidde mu kye bayita eggaali. Some of them, we see them involved in a lot of criminal activity, escorting musicians, beating up people for no good reason. Now we are going to political season. You're going to see most of them used up in one way or the other. But the Kimaya I know in you, you're one of the most disciplined people that I've ever come across. Now, when you say you were champion with almost a black belt in martial arts and taekwondo, and yet you're disciplined, how has the journey of how have you managed to deviate from the obvious, where, because you could be using that muscle to steal people, to beat up people, but the games that I did with you, us who had no muscles actually were involved in more fights, physical fights, than you people who are built like mountains. How did that journey shape up your life?
It's all about, let me say, upbringing. My parents, in a home where I was brought up, my parents were so divine. And I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, and we are God-fearing people. And the fear of the Lord, the Bible says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And knowing of the Holy One is insight. So whichever thing you do, just let God take the lead. And our parents used to tell us that every now and then. And secondly, crime does not pay. The dividends of crime is either death, prison, or anything. And I urge everyone who is watching, parents, to always tell this to your kids. Martial arts, stroke fighting, when you go to, let's say, most of the boxers, these guys who have been brought up in a ghetto and everything, some of them are street kids, some of them come from families whereby it's a single parent, a single mom. You find that the perception the public has about the martial arts is what they normally do because of the environment they grow in. But where I was brought up, it was, as I earlier said, that it was a divine family, and that shaped me. And when I went out, whenever I went out of the family, as into the various gyms for training and everything, our coaches used to impact the same knowledge in us, and that has totally shaped my journey up to date. It's God, nothing else. Because you all know that.
Yes. Sorry, I was saying, with time nja kusaba otukubiremu awo ku baga 1212, but for now let us go into this discussion. We today
No
want to look
problem,
at
I'll do it.
a topic called looking at the gym beyond exercise, but looking at the gym as a source of life or as the impact on public health. And Kimayo, why do you people, why, in your opinion, why do you think so many people still see the gym as a place of bodybuilding, but not a place of public health impact?
A place of wellness.
Yes.
A place of health and wellness.
Yes. Why do you think so many people still bachalaba gym ng'ekifo ky'okuzimbiramu obunyama naye tebannakiraba ng'ekifo ky'okukoleramu emibiri, like ky'okuimprovingiramu obulamu? Lwaki abantu bakyalina perception yeyo?
Abantu nsuubira tebali exposed. People are not exposed.
Yes.
And the impression that people have is the former impression of the Arnold Schwarzeneggers who engaged in gyms because of bodybuilding. But I urge the public to come and explore more about gyms, because they are places of wellness whereby you not only engage in physical activity, you also engage in mental activity, emotional activity, and then social activity.
Yes.
In other words, gyms have helped us to shape us from the psychomotor aspect of it, the cognitive, that's the mental part of it, and then the affective part of it, or the social part of it. In fact, all the well-being of human nature. People should just explore, come and learn more about gym, because leave alone the mugging bit of it, or the exercise whereby somebody goes on the bench press, shoulder press, and then goes for the reps and what have you for the exercises. We have various exercises. For example, we have dance fitness, we have Zumba, we have aerobic exercises, we have spinning, we have so many exercises in the gym, apart from the weightlifting and the perception the public has about gyms.
Mr. Kimayo, Stephen again. From your experience, how can the gym contribute to reducing lifestyle-related diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and obesity? Abantu bayinza kukozesa gyms zino ziyinza tuyamba tutya okukendeeza ku ndwadde ezisinga okutta abantu kati ng'omugejjo, sukaali, n'ebirwadde ebirala.
Yes, sorry. Could you please pose that question again?
I was saying that from your experience, how can gyms help us in reducing the deadly diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and obesity? Nti gym ziyinza tuyamba tutya okendeeza ku ndwadde nga pressure, sukaali, n'omugejjo ebimalawo abantu ensangi zino.
Thanks for that question. Very good question. For example, the hypertension part of it, I perceive that as high blood pressure. Then obesity, it's when somebody becomes, allow me borrow the word overweight.
Yes.
Though some people do not want me to use it. Then diabetes. That's I guess too much sugar in the blood.
Yes.
In the blood. Yes. When you engage yourself into active exercise, and when the body becomes active in exercise, when you jump, you sweat, and you do what? The sugars which are collected in the body, they are split into the muscles, or the cells in the muscles. So that sugar is well distributed in the body, and this one enhances wellness. All right. Then we go to the hypertension bit of it. When you engage into exercise, the heart is active, the lungs are active, all right? And then the muscles are stronger, all right? Then when you engage into exercise, the obesity, because when you come into gym, we take you through various lessons. For example, the dieting bit of it. Most people are obese not only because of exercise. So let me tell you what you didn't know, Mr. Self-Care. Let me tell you what you didn't know. Exercise only contributes 20%. 20% of our bodies. And then the obese people, the dieting will contribute 80%. 80%. Okufuga omumwago, kiki kyolya, kiki kyotadde munda, contributing 80%, and exercise is just 20%. That's what people do not know. All right? Because omuntu wabeera obese, muteeka ku diet. Diet eno tugikola tutya? Oyina ekisooka okola ebintu nga 8. Ekisooka, I always tell my clients to avoid cravings, right? Okulya obumpwakimpwaki buli kiseera. Kati awo tugenze ku muntu omunene atali mu right BMI. BMI is body mass index, ababadde batakimanyi. Nga height yo tekwatagana na mubiri gwo na weight yo. Oba ng'oli munene okusinga obuwanvu bwo. Eyo ye BMI yo. Avoid cravings, first of all, for the obese people. Then secondly, you replace supper with dinner. You're supposed to eat between 6 p.m. up to 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. Why? Because you're supposed to eat earlier, and then the body or the fat in your bodies, because the obese people always have a third type body type. Abantu abanene baina ba endomorphs, bagwa mu group category je tuyita endomorphs. For them, their metabolic rate is slower. Tuina group za mirundi esatu ez'omubiri, Mr. Self-Care. Tuina the ectomorphs, those are the naturally thin people. Abantu abatono nga baina shorter shoulders, ne body yabwe nga ntono. Those are the ectomorphs. Those ones have a faster metabolic rate. Wali ekintu enzymes zikikuba mangu ne kiva mangu mu mubiri era enjala neddamu okumuluma. Then we have the mesomorphs. Those are the middle type, the athlete body. The shoulders are a little bit broader but not so much. Those are the middle type. Let's say like my size, right? Then we have the endomorphs, the ones we were talking about, the naturally obese people. They're supposed to avoid cravings, eat earlier, dinner instead of supper. Then after that, they monitor their calorie intake. Toyina kulya bungi bwa mmere, oyina kulya mugaso gwa mmere, tolya kingi lwa nsonga already body yo nene okukamala. Then hydrate a lot. Oyina okunywa amazzi mangi nnyo. Koza amazzi ago gatuyambako ku detoxifying the body, gatuyamba omubiri we gubeera hydrated. Obeera nga ebyenda oba enzymes zikuba mangu emmere eyo kuba amazzi gaba gagiyambyeko. Okitegeera? Ekirala toyina kulya processed foods. Most people have a misconception that eating well is eating chips and chicken, processed foods, sugary beverages like Coca-Cola, like energy drinks, which is totally bad, which normally weakens our bodies. It causes us to become flabby and fat. So ekintu ekyo exercise we tujja engagingamu tujja kuswetinga. Okitegeera? Omubiri gwaffe gutoninge. Kati we tuteekako ne diet tujja ku getting rid of non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases ezo Mr. Self-Care zoyogeddeko, ezirimu hypertension or high blood pressure, ezirimu diabetes, bisukaali ebyo ebikolerere, ezirimu obesity. Non-communicable diseases ezo endwadde ezijja nga tezitulabudde. So we tukola ebyo byonna bye nkugambye nga tuzze mu gym tugenda kuba good to go. Kansuubire nkinnyonnyodde bulungi eri omulabi waffe.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Stephen, on explaining the role of gym in managing non-communicable diseases, that is hypertension, obesity, and other diseases. You've talked also about the importance of dieting. In fact, you're saying that even with someone who goes to gym every day, gym is only going to contribute 20% to their target.
Only 20%.
And
dieting,
diet is going to do the 80%.
For somebody who is building, for somebody who is reducing weight and everything, it's all about dieting. Our exercises are 20%.
So Mr. Kimayo, take us through, when someone comes to the gym and they are new, they have never been to the gym, what do you as a professional do before you put them on any exercise or before you tell them any program?
Whenever a new client comes in, I'm going to first get your biodata, your health, all right? I ask you questions like, how often do you fall sick? Any chronic diseases? Then I ask you about your lineage. Lineage, do you have anybody in the family with this and this? Maybe sickle cells. Then we measure your body. That's tackling the BMI now. Because somebody can come in gym when he wants to build the body or put on weight. Then somebody comes, like most ladies, when they want to shape up. All right? Those ones who want to shape up, maybe toning the body. Then others will come to reduce weight. Then we go on the weighing scale. You step on the weighing scale. We get a plan, what we call a fitness plan now. Then we start. Those are some of the questions we ask, and then we start off. For the diseases you've ever come across, when did you last fall sick? Such questions come in. Again, okay, and then we start. Those are some of the questions for a new entrant.
Yes, Stephen. So that means you first examine a client before you start them on the gym. I think this is the difference between Olympia, Fitness Gym, Luzira, and some other places, because I've been to places around town, and sometimes you really find people in the gym, and you start asking yourself if actually there were any screening that was done. But if you personally do screening, I think that is very safe. Are there some people that do not qualify to do gym? And which examples could that be?
Mr. Self-Care, everyone qualifies to do gym, but it depends on the exercise you're going to prescribe to a client. You see, like for example, you cannot prescribe to a client who is over 80 kilograms, who is over 80 kilograms, and he has a height of, let's say, 155 centimeters, then you start telling that person to jumping jack, do the jumping jack exercises. You know that he or she is not in the right BMI. And when he starts the jumping jacks, it's going to affect the ankles. It's going to affect the knees, the joint. It's going to rupture the collateral ligaments of the knees. Why? Because his or her body weight does not correspond with the exercises you're supposed to do it. He's supposed to do.
Okay.
So you're supposed to put that particular client on a certain diet, and when he or she falls in the right BMI, that's when you start prescribing some exercises to him or her. Secondly, we have the elderly. You see, elderly people are going to come into the gym. Once for me, I saw my colleague doing this and this. Oh no, clients, please take us slow. Exercise is a gradual process. You don't see someone doing it and then you go do it. You're going to go on the sick bay the following day. They are going to admit you the following day. It's a gradual process. You start slowly but sure. For example, the elderly have a problem with the arthritis. Their joints are not that strong. You see, you're supposed to take them slow. Like when you, like for example, when they come, some of them cannot even spin. All right. Some of them cannot do cycling on the bike. The joints are shaky. All right. So we are supposed to do mild exercises. Like for example, you can do on a treadmill, you put it on, maybe you put it on speed 2 or 5, starts by walking, just by walking with the support. After that, you do mild stretching. Then in the following day, you do another thing depending on the calendar. But you don't just take somebody through HIIT, high intensity interval training, when does not qualify. So we normally assess a client before we prescribe a particular exercise. But everyone qualifies to come in the gym and hit the exercises. Everyone, because this is health and wellness, and everyone needs it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kim. Like so many people call you. Again, we have clients who come, I know more. I know what to do. They enter the gym and they start struggling. Is jumping from one machine to the other. What's your take on that? Because when I go to gyms, I always laugh. When I go to gym, I remember I went to the USC and I went to one of the gyms with my family here. And I went to the gym. It's like you see the whole of ShopRite. People that have been to ShopRite, and it's a gym with more than machines that are not looked at. And you see people struggling. What do you think of people who think they know more and they don't want to follow instructions of the gym instructors?
In fact, here at Olympia Fitness Gym Luzira, we don't tolerate that.
Yes.
Because when an accident befalls you, the I know more client, the repercussions are going to come back to us as management. For example, when you break a leg, when you rupture a muscle, the repercussions are coming back to us as the fitness coaches, as the instructors. You get? Yet for our first or number one priority of the client is safety.
Yes.
He has to be safe in the environment he's working in. So when I come and try to give you advice and you don't adhere to the advice, please, I humbly request you to maybe find any other place than doing what you don't know and then going to the outside world and tell us that I got this injury from Olympia Fitness Gym when I was doing this. Because they have a tendency of even twisting stories. They say that, can you imagine? I went to that place and there was no one caring about me. So as I was working out on my own, I got this and this. Yet it's a lie. So there's a saying which goes, in fact, it's not a saying. It's something called nip in the bud. We have it in football refereeing. Nip in the bud kitegeeza okutangira ekizibu ekyandibaddewo n'okitangira nga bukyali ne kitabaawo. So we prevention is better than cure, right?
Yes, yes.
So I rather advise you to find any other place than doing what you don't know, because we are qualified personnel. We don't tolerate that. Thank you.
Okay. This is getting interesting, and you see, I've seen so many people that think gym is a place, and also I've seen so many people just set up gyms. I think there was a gym in Wakiso, and I was young and energetic, and I used to sit there and see people do things, and I was, as a medical professional, I always told someone just go to a garage, put a few sand in the bags, and you find young people, boxing the sand. And one time I boxed it, and the thing was so hard. And so I always told someone will die here. And just a few days later, there was a drunkard who went, and yes, in the mix of that, one person was hit dead. And the owner took off, the owner of the house took off, and everyone took off. So to people going to gym, that's why I started this page. There are things we think we take for granted, but you can easily die on a machine in a gym.
Absolutely.
You come
You're right. You're right.
You come in SC, you reach the gym, the instructor tells you to warm up. You don't want, you go on a bike or on a treadmill, you increase speed, you start racing your heart. You see, you're going to fall off, you're going to have heart issues, then we are going to cause an emergency in the gym that could have been prevented by simple warm up. The reason I wake up every Sunday is just to bring knowledge. And I always say, one way to change society is by information. And that's why I bring knowledgeable people on subject matter. I don't want to come here and talk about gym because I'm not a gym instructor. When Kim is there, who has been a gym instructor for years, working with senior professional people, senior football players, referees, and all that. So if you're there and you've been going to gym and you're not achieving the result that you wanted to achieve, I want you get yourself a cup of coffee. By the time we finish this discussion, you're going to know why you go to gym, but your tummy keeps increasing.
It's still the way it is.
One thing I've learned so far is, here said, gym is going to give you 20% of the required result, and diet is going to give you 80%.
80%.
To my friends who go to gym, and after gym, you're going to cut 2 kilograms of what you know. That's the reason why you're not achieving the goal that you want to achieve. Let's proceed. Kim, we've talked about gym in reducing NCDs or non-communicable diseases. Let's talk about mental health and our brain, reducing stress and depression. How does gym and exercise help us to clear our mind? I remember me and you used to go to Makerere. You used to take me through Makerere. This guy actually is responsible for the board I'm still carrying up today. If you see this board and you admire me, I made this body that is still carrying me today at Olympia in Luzira. Talking about the brain, how does gym free us? How does it reduce stress and depression? Because one of the medicines that we are telling people that want to commit suicide, people that feel buoyancy, want to be stressed and depressed, we tell them to find a proper gym and have some exercise. Mr. Chimayo, kino mukikola mutya? How is gym important in mental health?
You've talked of mental health.
Yes.
And let me tell you what people do not know.
Yes.
Whenever you engage yourself in exercise, according to my biology, I studied in my senior 3. When you engage yourself into exercise, the chemicals or the body releases chemicals. Mr. Selfcare, you'll bear me witness. There are some chemicals called endorphins, and there's another one called serotonin. That was my senior 3 biology, right?
And you remember right. That is right. That is correct.
And these chemicals improve our cognitive function.
Yes.
Our mood, it enhances our mood. All right.
Yes.
They bring about when the mood is enhanced by this serotonin and the endorphins, then the body or you naturally develop a self-esteem. Otandika okwewulira nti oli bulungi, okitegeera. Then this also improves our sleep quality. And when the sleep quality is improved, the body rests very well. All right. This boosts our mood. All right. And then it also curbs down the depression. Right. So this is how far the exercise can do and improve our mental health. I guess I've answered you well.
I know that was a highly biological question, but you've answered it well. Indeed, I've also noticed that when people go to gym, in fact, I've never found someone that is sad or depressed coming out of gym. Each time you find
You're
people
right.
coming out of gym, they're just tired, but not sad.
Yes, but happy.
Yes.
Happy.
So yes, so that explain. Indeed, he explained it well that when each time we go for vigorous exercise, there are hormones that the body expels from the body, and
Yes.
sometimes these affect other hormones, eventually creating mental free. But also, it causes that that sense of I'm tired, I need to rest. People that always do gym before they sleep, I've always testified that actually they get good quality sleep after doing gym than when they do gym. And actually these studies have been also done in children. Children that usually play outside, that run around, that go and play football, when they come back and they take a shower, they always have good sleep compared to children that watch TV all day.
Absolutely.
But
You're
also,
absolutely right.
Yes, but also when you work out your body, you're breaking also the thinking cycle. Because why do people commit suicide? They say the so-called introverts, people who stay indoor all the time, people who sit down and do things, isolation. First of all, you confine yourself in a small space. At first, you think you're having peace. At first, you think you're having peace, but your thinking starts rotating in one place. Before you know it, the mood gets on you. And then eventually you become depressed, you become stressed, because it's like obanga omuntu gwe basibidde mu kacupa. Now, when you go to gym, the body is sweating, you're excreting dirty products, your body is releasing hormones and all what, you're creating a positive energy within you. And before you know it, your brain becomes better. That's why we don't have so many people, actively sports people, that are stressed when they're on the pitch. Normally, depression comes when they leave the pitch. But if you're actively involved, there is a way you have a better mental health, better physical health, and all that. So, Yes, Mr. Kimayo, how can
Yes,
how can we develop a gym culture? When you travel, when you come to these other countries, gym is a culture. People know that when I leave work, I drive for the gym for 40 minutes, then I drive home. So it's a culture. The schools have been coerced to have gym. Every school year must have a gym, either baby gym for children in a nursery school, or how can we develop a gym culture in Uganda that brings about connection? Because you talked about the social importance, people connecting in the gym, different people meeting, they don't know, they become buddies, they become workmates, they become, friends and whatever. How can we build that gym culture? Mumuchikola mutya Olympia, because I've watched your video where you're moving with abantu abenjawulo, like it has become a family. There are people you dance with in your dance class.
It has become a family social network.
Sometimes you have group walks where you just walk. How can we build this gym culture in Uganda?
For us as instructors and coaches, I guess we've done it. Now, through one of our associations, we are paving way and we are trying to reach government so that we sensitize the people. It also sensitizes the people through advertisement that gym is not leisure. There's a misconception, Mr. Self-Care, that gym is leisure. That you just go to gym to pass time. But that's a misconception. Gym is health. Gym should be a priority. A priority. Ekintu ky'olina okukola ng'ebirala byonna tonnabikola. Just like omuntu bw'atalya mmere n'astarvinga to death, ne gym bwekityo bwe kirina okuba. Omuntu alina okuteeka gym ku daily routine ye. Kubanga already advantages twazirabye eza gym nazoogeddeko. Eza okuimproving obwongo bwaffe ne bukula n'otandika ng'olowooza bulungi, okugumya muscles, amagumba, digestion nagyogeddeko, n'obeera ng'ofuluma bulungi, okola kyokola exercise, n'obeera ng'osobola okusecretinga toxins eziri mu mubiri n'ozifulumya through sweat. Ebyo byonna kati tuyina ku urginga government neeyongera okusensitizinga abantu ku lw'emigaso gya gym. Naye ekisinze okuleeta obuzibu kwe kuba nti abantu balina impression nti gym it's leisure and not health and wellness.
Okay, so to everyone watching, what Mr. Kim is saying is actually true. In the city where I am, actually, the municipal is responsible to make sure they even put what they call public gyms. So if I walked 10 miles in the city where I am, there is a public gym that is there. Because gyms are not a place of the rich anymore. No. It is a place of making life. We've understood and totally understood that we cannot actually abantu twerimba ogamba muno tujja kukolera ebintu bino ewaka. No. You need people to work with. That's why abantu abasinga obutakola. Yes, abantu abasinga obutakola bintu bino be bantu abagula ebyuma ne babiteeka ewaka. Boboloza nimba, I want you to ask a colleague of yours who bought a treadmill n'agiteeka ewaka, how many times they have actually exercised on that treadmill.
Eina cobweb na bobi yagikwata tatekyakola.
I remember when I'd just come here, let me show you. Najja wano nengula obuntu bwange anja kukolangamu kaakano wano.
That's a kettlebell dumbbell.
Yes, dumbbell 10 pounds kakyali kapya nga wena kagula sikasitulanga muno omulundi ogumu. Nengula skipping rope. Gukyali mupya sigubuukangako. And why? because there is something special when you go to the gym. There is something special when you go to the gym. That encouragement when you see others pushing on sometimes pushes you
Social
to
community,
actually
socializing.
Exactly. So anyone that needs really to achieve something, I would advise that you actually find a gym and not trying to do things alone. Mr. Chima, you've talked about you people coming together to urge government. I think not only government, but also we should have communities. We should, just like we have public libraries, public everything. We should now start to put up public gyms. See, public gyms where people can come and exercise. Okulaba nga bayambibwa. Lastly, on that point, Mr. Kimayo.
Yes, please.
Mukoze mutya okujjawo counterfeit. Ekirekaawo nina mukwano gwange gwenjagala ennyo bamuyita Kintu Isma is my friend. We used to go to Kireka to gym. Naye kyatujjayo nga ngeriyo instructor. There was an instructor that we felt didn't know anything. And I think this is one of the challenges you people are facing. Just like they are quack pastors, quack doctors, quack teachers. I've only not met quack thieves. All the thieves I've seen are professional thieves. It's only one. But what can you do to remove the wrong people that don't know what to do, but are masquerading as gym instructors? Because I think these are gyms these are people that are actually making some people hate the gym.
True.
Because I know a professional person like you, if I come and I want to lift 200 pounds, you're going to stop me, you're going to ask me if I've just come to commit suicide. But Absolutely. I've seen gyms where people go, you find a person is a drunkard smelling alcohol, but because they are paying, is allowed to do things. What have you done as an association of instructors to make sure we have professional people actually managing these gyms?
We've tried to put up so many workshops, and these workshops, after attending them, all instructors and fitness coaches are given certificates after completion of the courses. And coaches abokunasa betuyita abokunasa oba ba counterfeit coaches boba bichukuli coaches tugezezzaako okubajjamu ne tuba uprooting okuva mu mugundi mu industry yaffe. Tugezezzaako nnyo kuba kati gyms ezisinga zirina licenses by the government, ate nga kati institutions ezo tezikyasobola ku employinga muntu nga tali qualified, kubanga ba coaches bano abatali qualified bawadde nnyo ba clients injuries. N'omusanga ng'asituza client weight gy'asitudde eyina situlwa muntu wa kilo 100, naye ye nga gyamusituza ate ng'omuntu ali kilo 65. So ebyo byonna tubitraine. Tukirabye nti abantu bastretchinze ba clients bubi. Maso n'agitwistinga n'agiteeka gyetagenda neeyulika neeyulika lwa nsonga nti teyasoma muscles oba teyasoma body anatomy eyo. For example, kati nga knee joint, okimanye eyo hinge joint eyo si ball and socket. Nti wogikirutinga n'ogiza side eno, either odamaginga collateral ligament, either omuntu ayinza of ACLA nefuna obuzibu. Naye omuntu atasomye body anatomy takimanyi nti muscle wogitwistinga nedda side eno. For example, the four thigh muscles, we have the rectus femoris here in front, we have the vastus lateralis, vastus medialis of the thigh, then we have the adductor longus muscle, this one, which is the inner thigh from the groin. We have the glute or the gluteus maximus, the butt muscle, and the hammies or the hamstrings. Those are connected to the hinge joint, which is the knee. They only go forward and then behind, all right? When you fold your what? Your leg from behind, from the tibialis or the tibia, they only fold from behind and then go in front, right? So you find a coach twisting the leg the other way around because he has not what? Got the sensitization or the education of the body anatomy. So we try to uproot them. Tufunye olugogo tugezezaako nnyo okubajjamu. Abasigadde nga baagala ekintu tugenze ne tubasomesa abantu baleme kufuna injuries, kubanga abantu tufunye abantu abafunye injuries ezibajje ne ku physical fitness, abantu ne bafuuka abalema lwa nsonga z'aba coaches ngaabo. Naye kati through our various associations tutaddewo lectures ne lessons ezimu ba coaches abo basomeseddwa. Era kati mu Kampala, wakati wenva ne outskirts of Kampala, at least ba coaches bonna, let's say 99% bayivu. Naye nga tetuli tuvuddeyo kubali ba coach abali nga alabye ekintu najja n'akikola. Nosanga coach, let me bring an example. Mostly outdoor coaches. I normally find them when I take my clients for outdoor lessons there, like for walks. You can find a coach in the community or the neighborhood nga akozesa abantu ame jumps. Oba omanyi ame jumps, wova ku ame jump n'olandinga nga wo squattinga n'oddamu n'osituka n'abakozesa kye tuyita frog jumps. Ku sirabaasi y'okusomesa frog jumps zaavaako dda. In fact, they are prescribed as punishments in the military. Naye n'osanga coach nga azibakozesa nga takimanyi. Omala kumuzza bbali nga toyagala muswaza mu ba client be n'ogamba eno ku syllabus yavaako za mukaaga. Omuntu wa squattinga ng'akola ezo frog jump. Jukira the butt comes into contact with the Achilles tendon. And depending on the years of the clients, let's say 60, 50 above or 30 above, omuntu wasitama collateral ligament ene yevivi n'agikyusa bwati n'agituusa wano, automatically aba agenda funa knee pain. Okitegeera? Kaakati ezo pain zigenda kuba recurring, zimu affecting mu future. Kati woba tobisomye and obeera tojja kitegeera. Naye tugezezaako nnyo somesa abantu, so ekyo tugezezaako kikabinga down bwe tutyo. Mr. Selfcare.
Mr. Steven, oyogedde ku bintu bingi. Waliwo nampeereza ekibuuzo nti omukulu mugambe ne bakyala baffe baba tubbako nnyo mu gym, naye ekyo nja kikubuuza nga program eggwa, kubanga waliwo oluse enkwata gye mukwata kuba there is a way you handle female clients that sometimes worries us. But Mr. Steven, many people believe or say that gyms are expensive and intimidating. And the gyms are bay. What practical solutions and what practical solution as mwenga abolindia fitness gym kyemukoze okola, because mwina ba clients bangi. It's one of the gyms in Uganda gye nyinza okugamba omuntu. In fact, I've ever referred to you an American friend of mine, Halima, and she was impressed. What solutions have you people made okulabanga you still have those numbers and you've made your gyms still accessible? Because abantu abasinga balina that mentality nti gym is very expensive. Mukikoze muti okulabanga ku kifo kyammwe zikyali accessible. Never know much bayinza okupa.
Okay, thanks for that question, Mr. Selfcare.
Yes.
Olympia nga management. Prices tuziteeka ezo abantu ze basobola. Cut for example, just mugging and bodybuilding. at 5,000 is affordable, right? That's affordable, right?
Yes.
Then for the classes, the aerobics classes, the CrossFit classes, the dance fitness classes, ezo zigenda at 10,000 Ugandan shillings. Kansubire ekyo kiri somehow affordable. Compared to high-end gyms, zempita high-end gyms, ezigenda at let's say $100, right? $100 in town, right? Kakati abantu. That's why I told you that let people come and get exposed. Let them explore. They come and see services of providing atutya and at which cost than okubeera ne information yenfu nga batulowoleza mu gyms like let's say Sheraton, like let's say kale high-end gyms. Sagala nyo later examples olwa consumption yaffe ya public. Sijja later nyo examples eza various gyms. Naye nga gyms ezo ze bagamba eziri expensive, ekyo kikwate, balina kikwate mu mutwe. Naye nga gym eno ezaffe like Olympia Fitness Club eruzira tuli prices ziri very affordable. N'ekirala nti woba oyagala goals eza fitness, ba coaches fena tuli approachable. Right away from me, Coach Kim, ndi approachable. Osobola okujja ne tuteesa naawe depending on what you earn. And then on the gentleman's agreement, and then I see how I can help you, than having a negative picture because of the high-end gyms. Atenga services zawe ogendayo ng'ebyuma mu ebiri, naye nga instructor alimu bamusasula omusaala naye nga tajja kujja akukozese personal training. Ekirala negative abantu gye bafuna ku gyms. Tuyinza okuba, let me bring an example as a case study, but it's not the right thing. I'm just bringing an example. Yes. Let's say like the Sheraton gym, right? Omukulu ayinza okujja n'abeera mu katugambe First Sun najja okusulamu. Wajja okusula mu hoteri eyo nga hoteri eyo erina gym, si bwe kiri? Security bagibifinga up mu facilities zonna. Wabeerawo facilities otasobola na ku accessinga nga gym lwa nsonga. Let's say First Sun mwali. I'm just bringing an example. Okitegeera. Sigamba nti
oba oyagala drone, bw'omala oyogere ne drone kala gy'oyagala.
Kakati ekyo kye kireetera abantu nti omukulu mwali, katugambe member of parliament mwali mu gym, omuntu asobola ku accessinga facility. Ate facility eri expensive nnyo, ate nga ne hospitality tebagikuwadde nga bo baki ba coaches. So abantu bave ku misconception eyo. Gyms are affordable. Ne woba ofunye personal client, ne woba ogenze mu public gyms oba outdoor gyms, nga folumu tuzitegeka nga boot camps. Ne tukuŋŋaana outdoor, abaana ne bajja ba adolescents biki, ne tubasomesa nabo ne bafuna discipline eyo. Naye nga ekyo bakiveeko nti gyms ziri expensive, ekyo nkimenyeewo, okujjako nga tebannaba kututuukirira ffe aba Olympia Fitness Gym. Luzira.
One of the things that I've heard from people that own gyms, bagamba nti equipment za gyms is so expensive. In fact, one of them said that in other countries, gyms are part of the healthcare system because the advantages that people get in the gym, most of them help to improve people's health. And most times, gyms actually are part of what we call primary health care. Like we started using gyms. But the equipment, when it is coming, the taxes are so high. Whereas there are so many government policies on not actually putting a tax on medical equipments, medicines, drugs, and so on. Gym equipment up to now are still being taxed like any other products, just like you're importing a car. What's your call to government to make sure you have that leverage on tax or a subsidized tax? Because, like we've said, gyms are now part of the healthcare system. Because we are now considering the gym beyond just fitness, but something that everyone must do at least once, twice, or 3 times a week. What's your appeal to government when it comes to gym on equipment?
Just to subsidize the high taxes, reduce on the FRIS, because this is too much. When you know that nze muntu omu oba coach omu agamba nti pads z'abakyala zandibadde za bwereere nga gavumenti yezigulira abakyala ne zibeera mu facilities nga za bwereere, nze nga nze kaakati ne gyms omusolo gavumenti guyina kuba mutono kuba kino kintu kya bulamu, health and wellness. Baleeta physical education mu masomero n'afuuka wa buwaze, era kati wa buwaze mu masomero nga nabo bakirabye nti abaana baffe balina okkuliramu omutima ogwo ogw'okukola dduyiro, era dduyiro bwe bulamu. Kati muko erimu eryo, I just urge government every gym equipment emusalireko ddala omuntu otumya ebyuma katugambe biva mu Middle East, katugambe biva Dubai, naye ne bituuka wano ne bibeera mu container ebbanga lyonna, naye ng'omusolo togusobola, n'omala okwesondasonda n'obireeta wano nga bigenda okukola, amagoba g'obiggyeemu ne gabeerawo mu myaka 5, n'obeera nga naawe ofudde, naye nga katugambe n'ofa nga tonnaba kuggyayo magoba ge wateeka mu musolo gwe wasasula. That's very wrong. Ebintu we bijja nga bya bulamu, nga naleese example ey'aba pads ku bakyala nti zirina kuba za bwereere, ne gyms omusolo bagukendeeze, FRIS abeere mutonoko lwa nsonga kintu kya bulamu. This is health and wellness.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kim, on that. And Kim, if I have a friend of mine that wants to start going to gym, but they are scared because they have never been. This friend of mine is called Angela. What advice can you give Angela? She's scared. She wants to start going to gym for the very first time. When she goes to gym, alaba abantu abakuba bakasama, alaba abantu abalina obunyama. Oyinza mugamba ki mu bigambo okumuzaamu amaanyi, like to encourage them to come to the gym?
So Miss Angela, gym nga woolaba toddler oba omwana omuto watandika okuyimirira, okwavula, n'ayavula n'atuula n'atambula olumala n'adduka. Yeeyo chronology eya gym. Oli gw'osanga abuuka n'akuba somersault n'akola kinako, oyinza n'okwesanga nga ye athlete agenda na mu Olympics oba nga wa exercise type gye tuyita calisthenics. Kitegeera nga athlete era nga kyekyo ekimuwa ssente, ate nga gwe oyagala kuyamba bulamu bwo. Hitting a gym, ba coaches abali professional ogenda babuulira goals zo. Kasita coach omubuulira goals zo n'akuggyako biodata n'akwaseesinga, it's never too late. Osobola okutandika, because working on your body is the best project you can always work on. Working on your body. And remember that our bodies were created in God's image. Kati nyabo Madamu Angela image ya Katonda oyagala erabikire mu mubiri gwo nga guli flabby, guli fat, guli obese, ejja kuba image ya Katonda. Image ya Katonda erina okulabikira mu mubiri gwo nga guli mu shape. Lwansonga Katonda ali mu shape, buli kimu Katonda ali mu shape. So just get to gym, get a professional instructor stroke coach. Gym the goals can be achieved depending on what you want, depending on your mental perception.
Okay. Yes, Kim.
Kansubire Madam Angela nkuzemu bulungi.
Yes. Kim, if you were put on the national TV and they told you to give a message to the public about gym, how do you, which statement would it be?
The public about gym?
Yeah, if senga tukuteka ku TV yeggwanga nga buli muntu ali kulaba ne bagamba oyogere ku gym n'ebirungi ebigirimu, like in summary, what message would that be?
Ekisookera ddala message eri mu bigambo nga 2-3. Ekisookera ddala gym, wojja mu gym tulina ejjawo social isolation. N'obeera nga ogenda kukwatagana n'abantu ab'enjawulo. That gym is supporting networks. Kati networks zino kasita tujja ne twemanya onaakola wano, onaakola wano, kitegeeza local economic growth egenda kujja. Kitegeerekese bulungi. Local economic growth ejja tubeera ne job creation. Once we get connections right, abantu bangi ono omusanga akola eno, namusanga akola ku palamenti, ono omusanga akola mu ofisi ya prime enterprise. Abantu ab'enjawulo bwe tusisinkana wano mu gym tu sharing connections ez'enjawulo. Then we tugenda ku side yaffe ey'aba children ne ba adolescents, discipline ejja kubanga omwana ono eyandigenze neye engaginga mu deviant behaviors like smoking marijuana, right? Eyandigenze mu deviant behaviors like engaging in relationship below the age of 18, abeera mu gym nemuoccupyinga, n'akola cardio boxing, n'akola lese taekwondo, n'akola any other exercise, avaayo mu gym ng'akooye addayo ewaka kuwummula. Sequence n'ebeera bw'etyo paka. So ekyo kiba kirese discipline mu ba peers ne ba adolescents. Then for the working class, job opportunities and creations.
Mr. Kimayo.
So gym is everything.
Yes.
Apart from health and wellness.
Yes, as we conclude this very wonderful program.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for accepting to be here and for being part of the big program to educate people. Ffe wano tukkiriza nti obulamu bwaffe buvunaanyizibwa bwaffe obukuuma, and that's why we strive every Sunday morning okulaba nga tuleeta abantu ab'enjawulo tusomesa. Tulina abakyala abaagala okwachivinga body shapes ez'enjawulo. Ekyo mukikolako ku Olympia.
Essebo ekyo, by the way, ekyo kyensingira ddala okukola, cause we have abakyala naddala bo depression ebakwata mangu nga omubiri gwabwe guvudde mu shape. For example, tuyina post let's say post maternity effects ze batera okufuna nga bamaze okuzaala. Ogenda olaba ng'omukyala afunye shape gy'atayagala, olubuto tummy ng'eyiseemu egezeemu, afunye flabby arms nga ebisambi bigeze birina cellulites ate ng'ayagala okushaping up. Ekyo ku Olympia Fitness Gym e Luzira kye tusinga okukola. Ajja ne tumutoninga ne tumushapinga. Ogenda olaba nga ayambala bra, ayina kye tuyita bra fat, zino love handles ziri protruding, ate nga wali yayina ka V-tape, yayina ng'oluusi kayagala ye goal ye, kuba ebirubirwa by'abakyala abasinga kulabika bulungi. Ekyo ate kye tusinga okukola ku Olympia nga Gym 1.
oyogedde ku binyamanyama bino nenjukirako mukwano gwange but okay. Yes Kim, kankusabe nga tunakoncludinga nsaba otulageko ku because waliwo abantu abalina emigongo nga gibaluma and other oli ayina emigongo ebyo nabyo gym ebikolako like those exercises.
Essebo ekisookera ddala those are the, you're talking of orthopedic effects, right?
Yes.
Because that one comes in with the bone type of the bone side of it, right?
Yes.
Ekisookera ddala wokola exercise strengthening muscles zo, all right? Muscles zino buli wozi strengthening. For example, nakubulidde muscles zonna ezeetoolodde ekisambi si bwe kiri? Nakugambye tuyina four thigh muscles 3 nenzikumenyera. Nenkumenyera muscles ez'emabega ez'ekisambi. Ezo muscles kasitozi strengthening ekisookera ddala zigenda ku strengthening amavivigo. Zi strengthening eno femur bone ebeere ng'eri protected, all right? Then tibialis muscle wano maaso wogi strengthening egenda ne tugende ne ku ntumbwe tuyinamu muscles bbiri, tuyinamu gastrocnemius and then the soleus muscle kali akatono ak'entumbwe. Woka strengthening gagenda ku strengthening amagumba go agali munda, tibialis ejja kuba protected. Then in the Achilles tendon eva wano wansi ku ankles ejja kuba protected. Then tuyina exercises ez'enjawulo. For example, tuyina full body exercise nga osobola okukola burpee, osobola okukola mountain climber, osobola okukola jumping jack. Ezo zonna exercises wozikola. Ekisooka zimakinga posture yo nebeera upright. Omuntu akola gym tabeera na hump bweti nga posture yakyama. Omuntu akola gym eri abamu nga atuula nnyo naye nga assa wallet mu nsawo. Kati backbone yo n'ekyama bweti. Wasomako ku kye tuyita lamba vertebra. Eno gundi eva mu pelvic girdle oba mu pelvis. Amagumba ago ne lijja ne liyita mu mugongo, spine yo na buli kimu, backbone n'ebanga yakyama. Naye engaginga mu zino exercises, posture eterera n'obeera upright. Ndowooza nze kamwa koogera ondaba movinga nga ndi upright lwa various exercises zenkola. Ekirala abantu kye babadde batamanyi, buli exercise gye tukola mu gym ekola posture yaffe ey'omubiri ne gubeera nga guli upright nga we gulina okubeera. So engaginga mu gym, posture eterera, amagumba gaba magumu. Kuba wojja ekigumya amagumba ekirala nakusomeseza ku diet. Nja kusomesa ekyokulya nti genda olye ku nsujju eyina iron ne zinc. Okitegeera? Ojja kujja wano nkugambye erya emmere eyaffe endiirwa va ku bisiike. Ojja kujja wano nkugambe va ku bisoda ebikolerere. Genda nakasero oleeta akatunda akali nakyo okeekamulire, juisi waako yavaamu bwe tulina okunywa. Oterere omubiri gwonna guterere. So kati when you come, this is a health hub. Ekwatagana ku health and wellness. Wellness si kutuuyana kwokka. Wellness waliwo n'okusomesa by'olina okulya ng'omaze okutuuyana. Wellness si kugenda ng'omaze okutuuyana kugenda kulya calorie surplus ogende mu calorie deficit. Obaanize calorie 100 nkooye nnyo ogenza otaddeko 2 ojja kuba olina ky'okoze. Ojja kuba tolina ky'okoze, okitegeera. Obaanize calorie 5 ogenza onywedde kibbiya ekirimu biyisiti ekirimu mu kifo ky'okunywa amazzi ate gooza omubiri. Onyweddewo bbiya agenda kunafuya, enkya ogenda kujja okola exercise nga energy levels ziri wansi. Okoze exercise mu kifo ky'okwebaka before 10 or at 10 p.m. weebase essaawa 6. Our bodies recover and the muscles get repaired at rest. We get goals when we are resting, which means we are supposed to rest between 7 and 9 hours when the body is at rest, total rest. Gogenze mu buliri oli ku ssimu oli ku WhatsApp towummudde, ebyo bye tusomesa abantu. So question eri gy'ombuuzizza nga tuddayo n'amagumba na buli kimu posture tugitereeza ey'omubiri.
Yes, Kim, ekisemberayo ddala. Waliwo bannaffe abajja mu gym, people who come to gym for the first time and they get so much pain and they don't come back. What can you advise them?
I always advise such people to get the right coaches. Because when you come to gym, I told you that we have beginners, the novices, right? We have intermediate, the middle type. Then we have the senior or advanced. So in physical fitness, we are supposed to prescribe exercises depending on the clientele or depending on the client. Did you know that when I have a group class and then it comes in, I get like 10 beginners in the group class, even if they are seniors or advanced clients in the class, I can change workout because of these beginners. Did you know that?
No.
Why? Why? Because I don't want these beginners to demolish their bodies because of the exercises prescribed, because of the senior students who are who are amidst the same class. Or in most cases, what we do is that when you give these senior students a particular exercise, then you modify the same exercise to a simpler one to a beginner, because they are not supposed, it's the same class, remember, but when you prescribe a particular exercise, you modify it in a way which will accommodate a beginner. All right?
Yes.
They normally get fatigued because some coaches do not take precaution to ask them how often they've been exercising, how long they have been exercising, and how long have they spent without exercising. These are some of the questions which are supposed to come in before you exercise. Because a beginner is supposed to get mild fatigue. Quote the name, mild. Because when you exercise, when you've never exercised, automatically there's some bit of fatigue which is going to be in your body. But consistency will take that fatigue out of your body. Like for a beginner, a typical beginner or a learner, the fatigue, the mild fatigue is going to go out of that body for a couple of weeks. Those are 2 weeks. Or sorry, somebody was on the call.
Yep.
But after the 14 days, he's going to become okay. Very okay due to consistency. But never, and secondly, Some of the beginners, they have this wannabe attitude. Somebody will come to a coach asks you that, how often have you been exercising? Coach, for me, I'm a pro. You can bring whatever you want. You get? He lies to a coach, all right? Then the coach will prescribe exercises thinking that this person can handle the exercises. He can sometimes put in an extra mile and do the exercise, but it's going to be detrimental to the body in the long run. So the clients also learn not to lie to us, tell us the fact about you, all right? So gradually we exercise. We don't start from hard things too, and we don't prescribe hard things to learners.
Yes, Kim, as we close, I've also, when I visited your gym is one of the cleanest gyms I've ever been to in Uganda.
Absolutely.
How have you managed? Because last week I was reading a paper about infections, and they say that the infections in the gym and the equipment, the infections on the gym equipment actually is more than the infections in the toilet seat.
You're right. You're right.
How have you managed for all these years to keep Olympia Fitness gym very clean like it is right now?
Allow me pop in something which will kind of like take you by surprise. COVID was one of the eye openers of some of the gyms, or almost of the gyms in Kampala. By the way, we as Olympia Fitness Club Luzira, we now locked. You came and visited this place. Yes, it was totally very clean. Why? From the floor to the equipment and everything. When COVID came in, the SOPs preached by our government or preached by the president enlightened us about cleanliness. And that's why we've managed to make everything clean in gym by sanitizing. I also looked, I cannot work on a client without sanitizing properly. Even the equipments I use now, I first sanitize them, then after that I do. But this was all about due to COVID. So COVID was advantageous, let me say that, to some of the facilities in the country. And that's how we learn. And the flow, like for example, the flow, right? We normally mop it and clean it for one reason. After the
okay, I think our instructor is having some connection issues, but I really want to thank you. Okay, I think he's back. Yes.
Yeah, I'm back. Somebody was on the call. I was telling you that the flow exercise, people sleep down, they put their cheeks down, their lips down, you get the fingers down and everything. So what happens when you don't clean the flow? People will be infected, right? So you have to sanitize everything as we normally do, and it's always my norm. And we've tried to stand by it just from COVID up to now. We are still walking the talk.
Okay. Kim kakati nsaba tulagamu. But asinga ogendo tulagamu. Eriyo omuntu eyo nga tasobola ku maybe jali ali mu kyalo tasobola ku teri na gym. Bintu ki by'oyinza omugamba? What are some of by'oyinza omugamba nti osobola okukolera ebintu bino ewaka, osobola okukola bwoti, osobola okukola bwoti? Mu ddakiika ntono nnyo nga tunaatera okuggalawo.
Kakati omuntu ali mu kyalo nga tasobola ku accessinga gym, naye nsobola oba ng'alabye programu eno asobola okukozesa equipment zonna z'alina. Omuntu asobola okukola lat pull down machine nga agisibye na miguwa oba na byayi n'asobola ogikola eyo lesson ndowooza ejja kuba ya mulundi mulala naye kati kambawa amagezi asobola okulaba ekifaananyi kya lat pull down machine n'agikola mu miti oba chin-up equipment n'agikola mu miti gy'asobola okwesikirako n'akola lats ze n'azimba omubiri bulungi asobola okukwata amayinja nga galina measurements ennungi sorry powers gone ng'amayinja ago oba amabulooka galina measurements ennungi n'akola weights ennungi n'azikola asobola okukozesa omubiri gwe ze tuyita strictly body exercises n'azimba omubiri omulungi naye ng'akozesa body weight exercise nga takozeseza equipment yonna eya gym ekyo tujja kuba tusobola okikola mu program ndowooza gye tuliddako okukola Mr. Selfcare nga nfunye nga nendaga abantu ngeri ki omuntu gy'asobola okukozesa body weight ye n'akola all exercises nga talina gym equipment yonna kino tukikozese kino ntera nnyo okukikola online nga ndi ne ba clients bange essimu ngiteekawo awo n'etandika okurecordinga nga kyenkola naye kyakoleri kati nga wano we tuli ku conference nakyo nkikola ne ba clients bange nga kyenkola eno naye kyakoleri kyenkola eno nga naye kyakoleri naye nga nkozesa mubiri nga sirina equipment yonna
bwe mba nga ndi eno naye nga nandyagadde okola exercise naawe nsobola to get in touch nensasula for classes then n'okola nange nga ndi wano mu America gwe ng'oli luzira nensigala nga I can achieve
bulungi nnyo the world is a global village kati nga wano we tuli Mr. Selfcare oli mu United States of America ndi Uganda kati kuba akafaananyi ogambye ngenda kukolera mu demonstration wane ya 1-2 kati nkugamba punch 1-2 bagikola bwe bati batting kick bagisamba bwe bati tibwe kiri ogamba woba okuba straight punch or aiming at your nose awo n'okuba straight punch then woba okuba hook you step aside you tilt your leg you hook you right cross just like that
Flavia zino ziraba zino
ogenda mukuba taxi
Maxado eno nja giyigiriza Morini eno
eyo bagiyita uppercut eyo ekuba kalevu uppercut
yes I think this is a very important class and bwe tunaaba tufunye omukisa nga Katonda atukkiriza I think every Tuesday tujja kukwatangayo ka recording katini tukateeyo abantu baffe for about 10 minutes every Tuesday morning tulabe abantu baffe but also nkubiriza abantu ffenna I normally tell people nti obulamu kwefaako and n'omubiri guno gwolaba gwe nnina bino bye gufaanana nabikola emyaka 10 emabega nga ndi referee ne instructor wange ono Kimayo e Makerere and then at Olympia nti essaawa zino mbadde wano oluusi ndya emmere si nnungi ng'eye Uganda but I've been able to maintain this board up to today because of the energy I put in some time back. So as we grow old, we need to dedicate some time to protecting this body because this is the body that is going to carry us for the next so many years.
True.
Ntero gamba abantu nti if you don't get time to go to the gyms or to work out and exercise, start keeping enough money that you're going to take to hospitals when you start getting diseases that you were supposed to prevent by doing exercise.
Absolutely.
Maxwell has a saying that says that you either pay now and play later or play now and pay later.
True.
You can refuse to do exercise today, but you're going to pay later. Or you can pay now and do exercise and play later. Mr. Kimayo nsaba
True.
osiibule abantu baffe omala otusiibula otukubiremu ku punching bag eyo. Punching bag eyo mpulira njewulira.
Kakati abantu baffe bonna babadde batulaba ku program.
Yes.
Ne Mr. Selfcare.
Yes.
Ndi Kimayo Stefan.
Yes.
Nga nsinziira Luzira Olympia Fitness Gym.
Yes.
Era nga njigiriza abantu okukuuma emibiri, njigiriza abantu self defense, njigiriza abantu emigaso egiri mu mmere basobole okuba obulungi baleme kulya bintu binattattana bulamu bwabwe. Kakati Mr. Selfcare nga wansabye kankolemu kaddemo katono wano ku nsawo munansonyiwa nti amasanyalaze gagenze sirabika bulungi naye ndooza mujja kuba mulaba bulungi.
Yes. Olivia yes.
Kakati mu mateeka in the law we normally don't allow our clients to hit this bag without gloves, right? Let me first put on my punching gloves. Then I do some demo for you. All right?
Yes.
Right?
All
right? That's my job. 1 2, 1 2, 1 2. Let's hook right cross. 1 2, right cross. Back, right, back, 1 2 3 4. So, Mr. Selfcare, that was a simple demonstration of a 1 2, at least with some jabs and some right cross and left hook, then plus some backing kicks. I guess you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what an exciting discussion this was. The topic was beyond exercises, the public health impact of our gyms. Today we've learned that gyms are more than training grounds. We've learned that they are pillars of public health that improve our mental well-being. They build our bodies and make us stronger. They improve our social life because we connect with other people. And then they actually help us to have better lives. Please make sure you visit a gym this week. It is okay to visit just to visit when you're not going to work out. Just go there and see what is done. If you ask me one gym to go to, definitely I'm going to recommend Olympia Fitness Gym in Luzira. But if you cannot make it to Olympia, just find a gym where you feel you're going to be respected, where you're going to be handled well. And it is okay to change from one gym to another. Again, together we can build healthier bodies. On behalf of everyone, I would like to extend our gratitude to our distinguished panelist, Mr. Kimayo Stephen, who is a professional teacher, a referee, a martial art, taekwondo, a black belt guy, one that teaches people body, fitness, self-defense, and all that. A very disciplined gentleman, a Seventh-day Adventist. One of those people that almost changed me to Seventh-day. Very disciplined guy. Thank you so much for accepting to be with us here. Your insights, your experience, and passion have truly highlighted the vital roles of gyms in our society and how they transform lives and actually strengthen public health. And to our audience that have turned in today, thank you so much for joining us and engaging in this discussion. Jordan, And all the other people that have sent in comment, thank you so much. Remember, taking steps towards fitness is not actually personal goals, but also contribute to healthier families, because when we are healthy, then we are not going to fall sick, we are going to save a lot of money, and eventually our families are going to be happy. We officially close today's program, but I want to tell you, number one, stay active. But before I call the closing remarks, Mr. Kim, can you send your greetings to your family, your friends in refereeing, and everyone watching it?
My regards, first of all, to you, my host, today, Mr. Selfcare.
Yes.
Then my family,
Yes.
the kids, then my colleagues in the refereeing fraternity. Yes. I won't mention individuals.
Yes.
Then my colleagues in the fitness industry, fellow coaches. Then
Yes.
my colleague at my mother gym, prisons, taekwondo gym, that's my mother gym. Yes. Then my colleagues of the Kickboxing Federation, and everyone who has contributed to my life or my journey in the fitness industry. Thank you so much, our viewers and everyone who has been watching.
Thank you so much, Kim, for being here. Again, I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. We are here every Sunday at 7 a.m. We are going to have every Tuesday a fitness. Mr. Kimai will be recording for us short videos of 10 minutes, and I will be posting them here every Tuesday morning for people to watch. On Wednesday, we have nutritional classes with Malka and LifeX Africa. On Tuesday, it is Mr. Self-Care with me live. I normally bring a topic or a question that someone asks me in the comment question that I come here and understand. Together, we want to inform a community. We want to have a Uganda where everyone knows a few things about healthcare. I believe that's my contribution to the Republic of Uganda by giving free public knowledge. If you find this video interesting, don't be selfish. Share it with a friend. And again, if you need to be fit, go to Olympia Fitness Gym in Ruzila. You won't regret. From me and my production team, thank you so much, and I wish you a lovely Sunday. May God bless you as you start the week. Bye.